All right, guys, what's going on? Coach Joe here at Elite FTS with my man, Sam. And the one thing that I noticed about this gym is it has more barbells than any gym I think I've ever been to. There literally is an entire wall of barbells that goes around this whole gym. Sam, if he could only pick 3 barbells out of this barbell arsenal, which ones would he pick? All right, Sam, what the heck is this thing? Is this axle bar?
This is an axle bar, but the cool thing is it has knurling on it. It's like a normal axle bar, except way cooler.
This even looks even thicker. This is like a 2-inch diameter,
Yep.
it looks like?
Yep, it's about a 2-inch diameter barbell, which for most people is gonna feel absolutely insane.
Bonkers.
Right? So as a strongman competitor, you've pressed with axles before, right? You're very familiar with an axle, but for most people, an axle is just absolutely unbelievable to use, right? So a couple different reasons you would utilize an axle, especially this one. A lot of times people who bench press a lot tend to have a lot of wrist pain. When you're utilizing an axle, you can actually open up into that suicide grip or thumbless grip that you want and take a lot of pressure off of the wrist itself. A lot of the times when we have a thinner barbell in our hands, we have a tendency of really over gripping, and what that does is it puts a lot of tension and a lot of stress on that wrist. The last few days have all been about pain mitigation and fatigue mitigation.
Also, too, could we use this for any sort of grip training? Like, is this going to help make our grip better, you think?
Absolutely, yeah. So axle deadlifts, right?
Yeah.
A great way to train your grip is to utilize a thicker bar, right? Get an overhand grip on this and hold on for dear life. So this is the American Grip Cambered bar from Elite FTS. This is one of our best-selling bars, right? This bar has so many options, it's totally ridiculous. You can utilize this bar in the cambered mode, which increases your range of motion with the bar. So now your hands are actually going to be traveling farther, and it's going to increase the range of motion of the press. But you can also flip it over, and now when you're pressing it in this mode, which I think is about a 1.5 board if you're an old school powerlifter, this decreases your range of motion. So it allows you to get more of that emphasis on the triceps, or if you have an injury, this allows you to stay out of that range of your shoulder that may kind of make it a little bit finicky. Not only that, we have different grips. We have so many grips to choose from, and this is so many different variations of the same bar. So this bar, I don't even know how many combinations, variations you can do, but you can use it for pressing, you can use this for rowing, you can utilize this for curls even.
And we have one more bar that I'm kind of scared to use, so let's get to that one.
So guys, this is a bamboo bar. It's actually made out of bamboo. The reason that this bar is made out of bamboo is because it's used in, it's called chaos training or stability training, right? Chaos training sounds pretty cool. What you do, you hang weights off of it, and what that does is that increases the instability of this bar, and it forces your body to stabilize more and more in various positions of your press. Okay. So this bar itself is the most deceiving bar that we have in this gym, and we have over 280 bars.
There's a lot in here.
280 bars, and this is the one that gives me the most anxiety.
Oh, lovely.
So how Dave has programmed this bar for us in the past is you load weights on with specifically Elite FTS bands. Load weights on with a band, and what they do is they hang. Not only do they just hang, they also bounce. And when these weights bounce, that force is put right into your stabilizers. Because the bar weighs so little, any sort of force generated farther out on the bamboo bar is going to produce that whip and that bend.
Let's see what happens.
Oh. So he's going to unrack it.
Oh, yeah.
Just going to hold it. Oh, yeah.
I can see how this would become problematic.
Yep, like a genie in a bottle.
The genie is going to escape out of the bottle.
So if he was going to hold this for a whole song, he would notice the farther along he gets, the more difficult it is to stabilize. But what I want him to do is I want him to come down slow, slow, slow. Again, forcing him to stabilize throughout the whole range of motion of that press. And as you see, the bar weighs about 10, 15 pounds, and we only have 50 pounds on this bar, and this big, huge jacked gorilla is shaking like a leaf.
Whoa.
Pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, does it ever stop shaking?
If you stop it from shaking, it will stop shaking.
I don't know, has anyone ever done that?
Not really. So this is probably one of the we don't have the really low hanging weights. The lower the weight is, the more whip and bounce there is on it. But we do have the weights at the farthest end of this bar. So the farther out you go, the more whip and the more instability that there'll be. So for someone like Joey, I would probably have maybe another 25 on each side, and it'll really get that party started. But as you can see, he's never used a bar before, and it is such a different experience.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm a press specialist, so I can see myself using this to help.
He can do that overhead too.
Yeah, this is gnarly. I like it. When you're training for the long haul, it's important to have variation for obviously training purposes, but also mentally, right? It's fun when you change things up. And if you're in it for the long haul, you need to have fun and enjoy your training. And sometimes it's as simple as playing with a bamboo bar above. So make sure you give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, go head over to Elite FTS, and Sam, check out all the guys on the team, their page, their channel, subscribe. And until then, guys, stay a lean, mean, track machine. Peace.